luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Dallas Cowboys. On the visiting sideline, there's head coach Shane Steichen. These guys off to a strong 2-0 start to begin the 2026 campaign. On the Cowboys side, head coach Brian Schottenheimer. And these guys also 2-0, so this is a good test for both teams here early in the season. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish himself as a Super Bowl contender.
Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You look at this Cowboy defense. And that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 24 yards. And the Colts first down. First and 10. Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
And he's brought down at the 34, calling a gain of 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, the numbers for Gibbs from last week, 15 carries, 98 yards, 2 shy of 100.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
It's going to be caught by Pickens. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Prescott from the gun. Completes this one to Pickens. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Third and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go.
Prescott to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with 1 of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football. To not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we are tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And I haven't had a lot of time to pull off from reaching the end zone the last time, so haven't been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field. And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. The rushing numbers for Taylor in last week's ball game. 16 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here, because to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Richardson will keep it once again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Ready?
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Richardson. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Yeah!
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd
On
and
play action. Prescott. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. And prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Yeah! Here we go! Line, ain't it? 26.
Now Prescott. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked. Since the leaping rules were changed back in 2017, we only average about 1 block kick per week league-wide. They pulled out all the stops there, got someone in there, delivered a big block.
I actually didn't think it was that high. I thought it was even less than that, but those guys executed perfection right there. Really brought excellent effort on that snap. Can't ask for anything more, and they got it done.
A shot downfield for Burks. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Richardson. That is caught. And nothing but green grass here. Middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him all those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Groupie for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, that field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Open man downfield is long. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very solid gain of 27. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And down to the 36-yard line here. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Prescott on play action. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. JT Tui Malone. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles. But also, when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Franklin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
8 yards to go.
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Yeah, what do you think?
Prescott. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And able to get this out to the 25. Indy offense ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Up to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
That's good for a Colts.
There you go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. He gets this one to Burks. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Richardson working from the game. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Richardson to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready?
Now it's Richardson. Nowhere to turn this time. He goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The first couple of weeks of the regular season were wild, to say the least. What about week 3? Let's jump in. Our spin around the NFL starts now. It begins at MetLife Stadium. It's the Jets at home to take on the Browns. And this is the Browns wideout. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers as they play host to the Minnesota Vikings. And it's Jordan Love. His 100th career touchdown pass. This one's all tied at 14 at the half. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. He was a big factor in the first half, as evidenced by this play right here. This one's now at the half, and it's the Bears with a 10-point lead at the half. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance. It'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Gibbs straight ahead. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's incomplete. Broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Here's Prescott. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll start with a give to Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw. That pass taken in by Burns. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Richardson looking to throw this. And that is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now Prescott. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Gain of 18. And the Cowboys first down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lane. Play on a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. And again, it's Prescott. For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
First down and goal to go.
There's Prescott. Man, he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Aubrey now for the PAT. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Indy offense ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the
touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Quickly able to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Prescott now. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Washington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Cowboys on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Ready?
1st and 10, Taylor now. He is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The opening plan to drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 47-yard
And Richardson back to throw it. And he's got Pierce. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 8.
Richardson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around 30. And right losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. For Taylor on the right side. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
His kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, really resulted in points. We'll find out.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
31 yards.
A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
First down.
Yeah!
First and
There we
10
go,
at the
boy.
37-yard line.
To the air again, Prescott. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. For the offensive coordinator, you look looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Gain of 4 yards. And the Cowboys
Prescott off play action. That is caught by Lamb. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's another.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
Touchdown! Jahmyr Gibbs. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Aubrey good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Indy offense ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no, throw your mic out. A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
At the 21-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's one. And he gets us on just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. So Dak and the Cowboys down by 6. A minute 11 to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. He's got this to Pickens. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
Here's Dak. It is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here's 1st down. Now Prescott. Oh, and that's going